Have you ever felt like a shadow? Like no matter how hard you try, people just look right through you, as if you don't even exist. Emma knew that feeling all too well. Throughout high school, she walked through the hallways unnoticed, her heavy backpack slung over her shoulder, thick glasses covering half of her face, and clothes so plain that no one could even remember what she wore the day before. She had no close friends, no reason for anyone to stop and ask her how she was doing. Emma was like a grain of sand in a vast desert. She existed, but no one truly saw her. But everything changed in a single moment. A moment that turned her from invisible to the center of attention. And it all started with a public humiliation. That day, Emma mustered all the courage she had to do something she never thought she could. She had a crush on Jake, the most popular guy in school, and today, she was finally going to tell him. Her heart pounded as she saw him standing by his locker, laughing with his friends. She had practiced this moment in the mirror hundreds of times. She knew she wasn't the prettiest girl in school, but she believed that her sincerity could make him see the real her. Taking a deep breath, she stepped forward. "Jake, would you go to the spring fling dance with me?" Jake looked up, raising an eyebrow as if he hadn't heard her correctly. Before he could respond, a sharp, mocking voice rang out from behind her. "Wait, did I just hear that right? Emma wants to go to the dance with Jake?" The hallway went silent for a moment, and then erupted into laughter. Emma froze. She didn't even need to turn around to know who it was. Chloe, the most powerful girl in school, the one who always topped the hottest girls list, who walked the halls in designer clothes, surrounded by her loyal followers. The girl every guy wanted to date. Chloe folded her arms, eyes gleaming with amusement at this newfound source of entertainment. "Oh my God, this is adorable. But sweetie, guys don't take invisible girls to the dance." Laughter rippled through the hallway. Some students whispered, others pointed. Emma turned to Jake, silently pleading for him to say something, anything, to defend her. But he just stood there, scratching his head, giving an awkward laugh as if she had never even asked. She felt her world crumble. Her heart ached, but she refused to let them see her cry. Clenching her books, she lowered her head and hurried away from the crowd. She was tired of being a shadow. It was time for the world to see her. That night, Emma lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling. She couldn't get Chloe's smirking face out of her head, couldn't unhear the sound of laughter echoing in the hallway. The feeling of being insignificant, of being looked down upon, was unbearable. She scrolled through her phone absent-mindedly until a TikTok video suddenly popped up on her feed. How to become the girl everyone notices in 30 days. Emma sat up straight. She had never considered changing herself before. But now, as she looked at her reflection in the mirror, messy hair, oversized glasses, puffy eyes from holding back tears, she realized something. If the world only paid attention to those who stood out, then she would become one of them. Emma decided to change. She learned how to apply makeup, experimented with fashion, practiced walking with confidence. She taught herself how to stand tall when she entered a room, how to smile without looking down. Little by little, day by day, Emma became someone else, and no one was ready for what was coming next. The next day, the cafeteria doors swung open. A girl walked in. Silky hair, piercing eyes, a perfectly put-together outfit. Conversations came to a halt as heads turned. Jake, who was chatting with his friends, instinctively glanced over and immediately froze. "No way, Emma?" Emma strode toward the lunch table, a soft smile on her lips. "Oh, hey, Jake? Something wrong?" From across the room, Chloe gripped her smoothie so tightly that it nearly spilled. This cannot be happening. But it was happening. Within a week, Emma became the most talked about name in school. Chloe couldn't stand it. She stormed up to Emma in the hallway, her face twisted in frustration. "You think you can replace me?" Emma tilted her head, her smile never fading. "Oh, I don't think so. I just passed you." Chloe pulled out her phone, her hands trembling as she checked the latest rankings. 1. Emma 2. Chloe. "No way!" Chloe shrieked. But nothing could change it. Emma was no longer invisible. The night of the Spring Fling dance arrived. The MC stepped onto the stage, microphone in hand. And this year's prom queen is Emma! Chloe's face turned pale, her mouth dropping open in shock. Emma walked up to the stage, accepting the crown, then turned to Chloe and whispered, "Looks like I'm not invisible anymore." The entire room erupted into cheers. Chloe stormed off in anger. But Emma didn't care. For the first time in her life, she had found her true worth. You don't have to change who you are to fit in. Embrace the best version of yourself. Your worth isn't defined by anyone else. You are enough, just as you are. True strength comes from self-respect, not from seeking validation or approval. The best revenge? Thriving despite those who doubted you. Real transformation isn't about becoming someone new. It's about uncovering who you were meant to be all along. If this story moved you, tap like to support Emma's journey. Have you ever felt invisible? Share your experience in the comments. Share this with someone who needs a reminder of their worth today.